Hey guys, my name is SuperSlowCuber, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to solve the Super 3x3x5. First off, I just want to say that I'm sorry that this video is coming out a little late. I've been feeling pretty sick over the past couple days, so that's why it did not come out on Sunday, which was originally when this video was going to be made. But here it is now, so without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. This tutorial was a suggestion by Nova Gas Gaming, so shout out to him. The link to his channel will be in the description, so go subscribe to him. To start off this tutorial, I'm going to say that there is going to be two main steps, 3x3 and then 5x5 centers. So I am going to assume that you already know how to solve the 3x3. If you don't, then I suggest looking up a tutorial for that. So now, let's scramble it. Now that we have this scrambled, we want to focus on this inner 3x3 block right here. This is going to be where we're going to be solving the 3x3 stage. I will be using layer by layer to solve this inner 3x3 block, but any method for 3x3 will do. I just use layer by layer because it's easier for me to process with all these weird shapes going around. So first off, we want to build the white cross, which is sometimes hard to find because these little edges, which are going to be the cross, are sometimes hidden by these things. So you do have to kind of look under pieces sometimes. So let's get the cross. Then we just have to line up with the center, and there we go. We got the cross. You can kind of see these little edges, and then it's red under there, which will match up with this. Make sure to align the cross, because you forget that, it is not good. Another note to make, if the edge doesn't line up with its color like this is white but this is yellow, that does not matter. That will be fixed with the 5x5 centers later in the solve. So for layer by layer, what we're going to be doing next is inserting these white edges, and sometimes they are hard to find because they're hiding under one of the outer blocks like this. So just get this, line it up, and then this will turn. There we no. Insert it like that. So next, we're going to insert the second layer edges. And sometimes that may be tricky because like this is blue and red, so here's the blue and the red's actually the sticking out block because two of the centers, which is the red and orange, stick out. So just line that up, then do the algorithm. Sometimes the little circles get misaligned, which is why I'm having some lockup issues. But it gets better after you get the 3x3 part done. So next is OLL, and you gotta keep a lookout for those yellow edges, because once again, sometimes they can be hiding under a piece like this. So just do your OLL algorithms, and then we will be on to PLL of the 3x3 area. So finally we have PLL, and once again you do have to look for all the colors of the corners and edges because they will be hiding behind some of these things like this. So now just do your PLL algorithm and you should have solved the 3x3 section. So the next step are 5x5 centers. For these centers, it's kind of intuitive, but I will try to explain it the best I can. So first, what you are going to want to do is solve the white and the yellow centers, or any two centers that are opposite that are not centers with the the very center piece sticking out like orange or red. So don't solve those quite yet. So now that we got this center completely solved, we're going to flip it upside down and do the yellow one. So once again, we're just going to make a middle bar. So bring this up, if I can get this to turn like that, move it over, put it back down, not to disturb the white side, and same thing with this one. Find another one, get it into place, up, over, down. So now in pairing these up, we kind of have to move them along this axis of 4 unsolved centers. So like we have this edge here, and this corner edge thing there. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it over like this, rotate it out of the way, and move this back. Now we have this here, so we orient this so it's like that, so then that when we bring this over, it'll be right there. So bring it over, move it out of the way, come on, and back, so then we have this strip. So now we're gonna orient it, so we bring it up, rotate twice, then bring it back down. So now we just have one more bar to complete. So we have this center, that center, like that. Bring it over, get it out of the way, move this back. Oh, I moved it back the wrong way. There we go, like that. Then we have this piece, this piece. So now we want to orient it like that. So if we rotate this 180 degrees, it'll go here, and then here. So let's move it over, move this out of the way, and move it over. And then once again, we want to orient both the face with this yellow bar and the top center that we're building like this, so that when this goes up, it'll move this out of the way. And then we rotate this 180 degrees, and then bring this back down. So now we have the bottom and top centers. So next, what we're going to do is choose one of these 2 centers in the middle that don't have the very centerpiece sticking out. So either the green or the blue. I am going to choose green because we have a lot of good build-up stuff right here. So first, we're going to make the bar like usual. Just bring this up, move it out of the way, bring it back down, and get this up, out of the way, back down. We already have a bar, which is pretty useful, so just bring that up, rotate it, put it back down. Then the last bar we are going to have to build. So we have this over here, so I'm going to build on one of these edge centerpieces. So orient it like this, rotate 180 degrees, which does mess this up, but then if we move this out of the way, then we can rotate 180 degrees again, like so, which will fix this green center thing. Okay, so we just have this last piece. So move it like this, then when we rotate this up, it'll be right there. So up, over, and then back down again. We have our second bar. So now we are going to rotate the green like this, insert it, rotate, like so, and then bring it down. And now we have 3 centers. So now this is going to get tricky. What we want to do now, this is important, solve either the red or the orange center. It has to be one of these. You don't want to solve the last remaining flat one, which will be blue for me. So I'm going to choose red because I just always solve on red. So first what we're going to do, we have this red and white piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a white and red piece here and a white and yellow here, but really just choose 2 opposite colors. So we already have the red and yellow here, so we can orient it like so. And then we're going to bring this up, move it out, rotate this, and then bring it back down. So then we're going to have a bar like normal. So you see if we rotate it like this, all these colors are matching up. So in the final state of this, it will be a solved layer. So next, what we're going to want to do is find one of the red and green or blue edges. So we have this red and green edge here, so I'm going to choose that. So we have this red and green and white piece up here. So this is where it's going to get kind of hard. We're going to rotate it like this. So this, if we bring it down, it'll go here, and then here. So let's rotate it. Move it out of the way, because we don't want to bring it up quite yet. And then move this back. So then we have this almost finished bar. Then we have the red and yellow right here. So what we're going to do is move it down, bring this over like that, and move it back up, so now it's on this layer. If not, then what you can do if it's still down here is move it up. So let's pretend that this is this. Move it up, rotate it twice, then bring it back down, so this is up here. So what we're going to do, what you think we do, is move it like this. Rotate it up, twist this twice, and then move it back down. But no, we don't want that, because then if we make the other pair, we can't insert it in its right spot. We're going to have to insert it here, which will then put this piece here. So what we're going to do is insert it in the wrong spot, like this. So like this is yellow and white. So this is going to be white and yellow. So we do it like that. So we have white and yellow. Rotate it twice, and put this back down. So now we're going to make our last bar. And how we're going to do that is we have this red-white thing right here, so we're going to move this and orient this like so, because if we bring this up, it's going to be here. So bring it up, move it over, put it back down. We have this 2 thing. So then orient it like this. We have this, which is going to be going up here. So we're going to move it up, move it out of the way, then bring it back down. So now, if this makes any sense, this, since this is white and yellow, this actually does go here. So if we move it up, this would be solid state. So now what we're going to do to insert this, we're going to move this up, move this one out of the way, rotate this twice, and bring this back down. And now you can see we do have this solved layer. Last 2 centers are going to make it even more difficult. We are going to want to be solving on the orange, because if the entire orange one is solved, then the blue it will be solved. But we can't solve blue and not orange, because if we solve blue, then orange, like this orange face, will be solved, but all these will most likely be all scrambled up. First, we want to get the white and yellow edge bar piece again. So we already have this orange and yellow one, so remove it like this, orange and white, bring it up, move it over, put it back down. So this, if we bring this down, it'll be here. Here's the edge piece that goes with it. So orange and green, move it down, move this over, bring it back up. So now we have this, which is on the same layer, which should be kind of tricky. So what we're going to do is we're not going to bring it up like this, because then if we move this, it'll mess up our red one that we already solved. So we're going to bring this down, because the stuff right here, we don't care about. If you already have one of these solved, like let's say this is the solved one, then you're going to want to rotate it like that before bringing this down, because you don't want to mess up the stuff up top. So what I'm going to do is, since this is white and green, so when we put it down, it's going to come back up right here. And we want it to be there. So we're going to move this down, rotate this. So remember, when we bring this back up, it's going to be right here, which will line it up. So then just bring it back up. We have the pair. So remember to insert it incorrectly. Move it up. Oh, whoops, that's correct. Okay, move it up. Rotate it twice, and then bring it back down. So now we have one of these cases. We have the edge up here and 2 things down here. So what we're actually going to do is base it off of just this edge. We're not going to try to add on to these, because that is going to be very difficult. You could say that we could just do this, but if we do this, you see it does mess up this bar and this bar, which we do not want to do. So let's just do something like this, where we can put these 2 edge pairs either in the top or bottom, move this over, rotate, and then bring this up. So now we have this and this. So now what we can do, we know that this goes here, and from last time, remember we brought this down, rotated it twice, and brought it up. And what I was saying before, if you have something like this, you don't want to do that, because that'll put that in the wrong area. So make sure to put it like this, so this is our unsolved area. So we're going to bring this down, rotate it twice, and put it back up. So we have almost a pair. Then this last one is unoriented. But what we can do is put it down here this time. Because if we rotate it like this, we got blue and orange, and this is blue and orange. So since this is the unsolved, we're going to bring it down, rotate this, bring it back up. So now we have our last pair. So if we insert it like this, rotate this twice, bring it back down, we have solved the Super 3x3x5. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next weekend.